Running around and almost makes contact.
Good morning, guys. So last night didn't sleep a massive amount. There's quite a lot of music because people are partying, but fair enough. So yeah, I'm actually feeling alright. My dad's a little bit tired, and we have got to stay up until super late because our ferry gets in at 1 to the UK, and then we've got to drive home from there 3 hours. So we're going to be home quite late, and I know I'm going to be very tired at school in the morning. But yeah, all is well. Probably going to grab some brekkie and then yeah, go to the briefing. Woke up quite late, so yeah, kind of got some stuff to do, so let's get on with it. So we've just been to the driver's briefing. Everything business as usual, apart from this event is going to be massive. I'm super excited. So yeah, we've got about 2 hours of practice, which is absolutely awesome, so I can kind of get my chasing dialed in, and then yeah, it's going to be really fun. Let's go. Okay, so everything's looking good for practice. Unfortunately, Alan's blown a piston in his car, so he's not going to make out for top 32, which is really annoying because I actually really wanted to battle in. I've known Alan for quite a while, but we've never had the chance to battle each other. And also I know he really wants to be in Drift Masters, but I'm sure I'll get the opportunity again. He's an amazing driver. He came really high in qualifying yesterday. I'm quite annoyed for him. But that means we are on straight to the top 16. I've just got to double check my car because we had a little bit of a weird issue where the car cut out twice, but after that it was completely fine. So let's go check things over, you know, give it a quick bolt check before the top 16, and we'll have the top 16 parade, and then we'll go for the battles, so let's go. Alright, so now we've got a little bit of a break until the top 16 parade, so I'm going to go and look at some of the awesome cars here today, so roll the cinematics. What's up, guys? We're here for the top 16 parade and things are looking amazing.
go back to the start line. It will be Max Cotton to take on Oliver Randalou. Randalou on the line. And Max Cotton says, how is your luck? I come to the Drift Masters European Championship last year. We go to Austria. The first battle I get for the weekend, Oliver Randalou. I come to the first round of the 2022 season. Who do I get? Oliver Randalou.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, though, you can put it up to these guys, these seasoned pros. He's 17 years of age, Max Cotton. He's a really nice guy, really nice kid. You know, father and son team. They're real small budget, making it work on the European stage. And how he would love to take down Oliver Randalou here. But Randalou brings all the experience, all the power, and all the grip. Let's see what happens.
Certainly does. Max Cotton went for a jump off the start line, but now you can see the pace and the grip coming into play as Oliver Randalou starts to drive away from Max Cotton. Randalou fires that car across the circuit, and you can see Max Cotton shortcutting the track, trying to get that proximity back, just can't get in the mix at the moment, shallows up the angle. Randalou goes wide, big flick to the wall as Randalou runs and takes the back bumper off of that E36 BMW. For the final outside zone goes Randalou.
Oliver Randalou, the bumper was hanging on as long as it could, and it said, finally, I just need to get out of here because I'm going to be destroyed. Randalou's pace is impressive here. I think if you look at the difference in both cars, line was similar, but I mean, Max Cotton was playing catch-ups throughout the run, and you've got to look at it another way and say, you know, Cotton probably not dialing as much grip as he potentially could into that new engine build. It's only in the car since Wednesday. They still have a lot of development to do. His line driving good, but Randalou is just so fast on this circuit, and I think Oliver Randalou is going to be a problem for whoever he gets if he goes past it, but I'm also thinking that Randalou now may have a problem with the pace of Cotton, because Cotton's going to lead it for the next run. He's got a much more loose car, and Randalou's car is much tighter, which means he's got much more grip, which we've watched cause some issues when we mismatch some of these paced cars throughout the top 32. But Randalou, look at this. This is what you call a perfect wall run. Just enough to flex the bumper, but not enough to break it. I mean, talk about precision.
So precise, Dave. Absolutely on point. You see there, the zip tie holding that bumper on just said at the last bit of that wall, I've had enough. I'm out of here now.
You've asked too much from me.
You've asked too much now. I just can't
I warned
hold
you
on.
the last time.
But the one on the other side was like, no, I can hold on for a while, yeah.
He's an incredible driver. He's exciting to watch.
Very exciting.
You know, it's an understated car to look at sometimes, that E36, but under the bonnet, this guy's running 700-800 horsepower. So it has all the go. And Randalou just a little bit shy of those outer zones. You know, he's got to tidy up that lead line. But in the chase position now, he's got the pace. He can stay with Cotton. We expect him to be very close here. Cotton is almost, you know, not got an option here but to do the perfect lead run. I think Randalou's got the advantage his way. But does it mess him up trying to stay behind a car that isn't as fast as he's taking the course on his own?
Yeah, we've seen this before, Dave, with some of these guys. They struggle to drive behind the slower cars. And like you say, the grip that's been dialed into Oliver Randalou's car to drive away in that lead run, now he has to deal with that in the chase run. Max Cotton sits in that lead position. We'll call round, the lights light up. And off the line comes Max Cotton to lead out Oliver Randalou, as Randalou now holds off maybe a little bit after he sees the initiation from Max Cotton. Doesn't, dives for it, goes for it. Max Cotton very controlled. Now Randalou starts to give him the room. He knows he hasn't got the speed or the grip that Randalou's running, and Randalou almost makes contact there before they come out of the outside zone. Randalou struggling with the grip. You can see that car almost undrivable as Max Cotton gets into the outside zone, looks for the wall, comes away from the zone, gets them across the line. Randalou in tow.
Nice run. Randalou looking like he's a strong contender here. Proximity was great. You can see he's got that car set up to take on the fastest cars on the grid. When he comes up against someone with maybe not the same speed as him, it is a tough go. You can see a lot of work on the car. Kicking the clutch, the car going from locked wheels to spinning wheels. It's hard on the car. We're seeing a lot of mechanical failures because of these grippy tires. These drivers are running 285 semi-slicks on the back of every car here. And Randalou and Cotton putting on a show for the fans here in attendance.
Yeah, they certainly are, Dave. Look at the take back of the replay. You can see Randalou there as they fired in, got off the throttle for a little bit and said, I'm going to let Max just take a little breath and pull away from me to give me the room to work with on the transition. Max Cotton, an incredible line driver, very, very precise. And Oliver Randalou did give him a little nudge on the door there, as you can see, a little bump in the end of that outside zone.
It's all good between friends. A little nudge, that's okay. Drivers are happy enough. You can see he just gives him a little nudge on the door, just enough to flex it. Just reminding him, Max, I am here at this point of the track. Does a good job to control it and not doesn't impede Max Cotton in any way. Doesn't spin his car anyway. And you can see Max Cotton. He's out in front of the big crowd. Huge future ahead of this kid. As I say, one of the future stars of UK drifting, or current stars of UK drifting, future stars of European drifting, and he's learning every single battle. But we'll see which way the judges go on this one. Will it be Max Cotton or will it be Oliver Randalou to go into the top 8? Well, the judges' scores have been totted up, and this is the result. And it looks like it is a unanimous. Oliver Randalou gets the win, the Estonian going through to the top 8. And well deserved on both accounts. But both of these drivers travelled a long way from Estonia to be here, Oliver Randalou, and he'll be very happy with that top 8. But you know what? He's not done here yet. So we're going to go down to Becky on the track. She is with 17-year-old Max Cotton, who's all smiles even though he's lost.
Max, we are delighted to have you here. What a show you put on. Obviously not the result you wanted, but I know you've got a supercharger waiting for you at home. Are you going to come back and show them what it's all about with some more power?
100%. I definitely had a bit of a power disadvantage, but I thought I'm not going to let that get in my head. I'm going to try as hard as I can, and I was against him with a million billion horsepower, but I'm going to come back with the supercharger, a sequential gearbox from Samsonas, and hopefully take everyone out and get on the podium.
Thank you so much, Max. He has got all the tools coming. Congratulations.
Well, the Irish fans enjoy Max Cotton's confidence. I love the confidence of these young guns, man. I think it's what the sport's been missing. Everyone's too polite. I want to hear you guys say, I'm coming back and I'm beating everybody. I love that. I like that bit of a little bit of trash talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the smack talk. It really brings something to it. You know, these guys are almost too polite half the time, and it's really nice to get what they actually feel out of them, Dave. And sometimes, you know, in the situation, the heat of the moment, they don't really want to say what they want to say. But now the characters are starting to evolve, and we're so far into this now that they're like, well, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to tell you how it is.
Okay, so we did in fact lose our battle against Oliver Randalou. I need to look back at the footage so I know where I went wrong and stuff like that. But to be honest, I'm super happy because I've had such an amazing time so far here at Drift Masters. There's a bit of a dent in the side of the car down there. So we'll have to get that fixed, but it's not too bad. It's not on the sill or anything like that, so nothing too painful. But yeah, I'm super happy to be here. I mean, look at some of the drivers. So I'm just really happy to be here. The atmosphere out with the crowd is insane. I did donuts and stuff like that and everyone was smiling. And some of the Irish boys on the line were just saying to me, like, they are actually nearly in tears when they sang the national anthem, which is just like really heartwarming stuff. The crowd is awesome, and I can see why Dave was hyping up this event, saying it's the biggest Irish drifting thing, because it definitely is. So yeah, unfortunate that I lost, but I'm just super happy. So I'm gonna get changed, help everyone tidy up, and obviously we're gonna stay to the end because we want to support everyone else, but we do have a ferry to catch, so that's why we're tidying up now. But yeah, I can hear the crowd all the way from over here down the pit lane, and I just can't believe it. Okay, because we have a ferry to catch, we've actually just packed everything up and got it all ready, but things are really heating up. Alan Hines actually brought a screen, and obviously he's pitted next to us, so we're watching everything because we can't really see in the crowds, and things are really heating up. There's been some absolutely amazing runs, so yeah, we're just going to watch and see who gets the win. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I've had such an amazing time here at Drift Masters. For round 2, this thing's going to be supercharged, it's going to have a sequential, so follow the build and then follow us all the way to Drift Masters. The journey is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to show you guys what we're getting up to. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.